So now we are in part 3 of the different locations you may find in RBT. So my last video I talked about in clinic, and then I also did a video for in school. So the last place would be in-home therapy. In-home therapy I absolutely love, is one of my favorites, because I think the skills here is more of NET, which we will get into different terms in the ABA world in another video. But NET is basically naturalistic environmental teaching. So basically, you kind of use the environment and you use natural incidents in the environment to teach your child. And you use behavioral interventions within that as well. Like I said, I will go into different details in another video about what this may look like, maybe model some things, but you do that more in home because it's natural, it's more organic, and it's more something that a child would, or a person growing up, anybody would have to deal with on a daily basis. This would look like routines, morning routines, night routines, dinner routines, breakfast routines, anything that has to do with things that they would have to do at home. And you could teach a little bit more independence here too, depending on the skill level of your child. But you could teach anything in any of these locations anyway. But I think the different environments matter. And it's also more family inclusive. Obviously, when you're at school or the clinic, the family isn't really, engaging in the process and seeing firsthand the different behaviors. So when you're at home, I believe it's a little bit better for them to see it and actually participate and get a better understanding of what ABA really is. But basically, you will come in, everything, usually there's a system that you sign into, and you'll start your session with your child. The RBC will start a session with your child. And whatever that needs to be worked on, like I said, is more family kind of involved, family revolved around. And so you can include mom, you could teach manding skills, which is basically asking skills. You could teach these different things. So once you leave, the parents or the family members now have those interventions they can use once you're gone. And it's better when it's modeled and it's firsthand, rather than being told about it secondhand, which is from a BCBA parent teaching meeting. You will probably get to hear about some of these things, but it's better when you see it, in my opinion. Also, another big one is pottying. Potty training is very, very, very crucial in the early intervention stage. For kids or parents or families that have children that are autistic, they understand how hard it is to potty train than neurotypical kids. So potty training is very important, and that's been a lot of my focus because I deal with littles. So I'm very versed in that, and that's important for in-home therapy. So that's why I think a lot of, besides clinic-based, I think in-home therapy probably is the second best option if you want your child to, you want ABA in your child's life. So the pro is your child will be taught in a more naturalistic environment, more family involvement. If parents want to see what ABA is about, learn about these different interventions, more of daily living skills, being taught those routines. So I think those are maybe the three best, or the three pros. It's probably more, but to me, those are the three pros. And then the cons would be the hours. Usually the kids are still in school, even if they go to school half day or part of the day, they're still in school. So sometimes the services the parents want is probably later in the late afternoon or early evenings. I've had sessions that lasted until 9 o'clock sometimes. And the other thing would be, I think, family. Because you are having someone that you really don't know come into your home, you know, and it's usually around dinner time or family time, things like that. It can be a little off-putting. So yeah, I think those are probably the two main, like, kind of drawbacks. But, you know, if you want to help your child and really get them involved in ABA early, you know, you might look past it. Because, you know, RBTs are vetted and we have to have extensive background checks and we have to keep our backgrounds clean to even be in this field. So, and we're registered. We have a national registry. So, yeah, everything will be like, but I still understand, like, you know, strangers in your space type thing. And that was kind of like the main thing that I took from, like, the main negative thing. But yeah, I appreciate you guys, the people that have been liking and sharing my videos. A few people had questions that I answered in the DMs or whatever. So I really appreciate it. I'm trying to use this platform for something good. And something I really enjoy. I'm really passionate about this. So I will continue these videos regardless. So, you know, like, share, save, you know, all of these, send this to family that, you know, or family that have autistic kids, or anybody you know that might need a little bit of an insider. I will be keeping this going. And that's it. Bye. Until next time. Hi, Autism Auntie here. Thank you guys for watching my video. Like and subscribe for more great content.